Hello, everybody. This is the trans without the black. So today I was, doing some catching up online and looking over some videos, and I came across the new Caiden video. So, it was about abortion, so I have to come up and leave a response. Let me start by saying your passion, Caden, much appreciated. Uh, there's just a few things though well, more than a few things. The fact that you're pro-life, not that there's anything wrong with that. I just want to explore why people would choose to be pro-choice as opposed to pro-life. There are several really great reasons why. First, I just want to go over a few things that you mentioned that stood out for me. Uh, as usual, I hate to start here, but you quoted your Bible. And I just hate it when people do that. Not hate. I strongly dislike when people do that for several reasons. One being, again, it's your Bible. It's not an academic book. It's your Bible. And you said that your Bible says that the Lord knew you before you were born. Okay? Which, granted, you could take the step and say that that means that, you were live or whatever, but you also say killing innocent babies. And if you're going to use a statement that strong and follow it up with pictures, I might add, you might want to also remember that your Bible says that everybody is born in sin. So, if that's the case, that would mean that the baby, or the so-called baby being aborted, is not innocent. Um, I'd also like to add that, so when we, first off, let's approach what did you say? The afterbirth abortion, which is just the most insane thing I've ever heard of. You're mistaken, sweetheart. Bioethicists wrote an article to fuel debate among colleagues. They basically said that they followed the natural progression of things and it led them to write a paper about afterbirth abortion. And to me, it's a great start for a pro-choice, a pro-life manifesto. But they weren't serious, and that idea is just, I don't even have words for that idea. That's insane. But let's get back to what Obama is actually supporting. He is supporting abortion during the early months of pregnancy, which, if you know anything about medicine, and I happen to know just a little bit, you know that you're not really pregnant till after you make the first 3 months. Your body can naturally abort it within 3 months, that first trimester, safely without it causing you problems. So technically, it's not fixed life, so to speak, until after you've gotten past your first trimester. You can ask any doctor this, and they'll tell you exactly the same thing. Secondly, I'd like to add, it doesn't mean that I pass judgment on people who wait longer than 3 months to go have an abortion. It's just, if you were going to have one, within the first 3 months would be the most humane way to go about it. Past that, if there's some major health issue, of course, whatever. But my point is, those are my opinions, and I don't have the right to tell other women, what to do with their bodies. It's just insane to even think that you should have that right. You cannot tell someone what to do with their body. It is their body, and they do have the right to make the decision of whether they want to be pregnant or not. As far as what Obama said about his daughter and a baby being a punishment for a mistake, his words were correct. You talk about women and feminists and the murdering, but you never talk about, it takes two people to make a baby. So where is the guy's responsibility in all of this? Why does she have to rearrange her entire life for an experience, that led to a mistake? She has the right to make the choice to get rid of that pregnancy if that, you know, if that works for her. So my point in being pro-choice is that you can't tell people what to do with their bodies. It's not your place. It's not your right, and it's not murder. I'm sorry, but it's not murder. It's nowhere close to murder. And I mean, you compare it to all kinds of things that I was just shocked that you even went there. Um, what did you say? You said where is it? Something about the Turk and how they called you a hater and how you can't believe they can call you the hater when they're like, for pro choice instead of pro life. And it's, you know, I admire your passion. I admire your ability to say what needs to be said, but I really think you need to think more about what it is you're saying. And, you know, a lot of the things you said don't make any sense. I mean, just a few facts. Childbirth was the leading cause of death in the 1800s. Shortly after that, it went up to nearly 40% of live births. And according to the World Health Organization, in underdeveloped countries, women dying from maternal complications or childbirth is still one of the number one reasons that they die. So, abortion plays a major part in healthy childbirth, as well as unwanted pregnancies. This is something that is necessary, and it's a medical practice that needs to be governed and looked after and allowed so that it doesn't lead to back alley abortions and things that have been suffered in the past. You can't just point at something and say it's wrong, it's murder, if you have never been in that situation, or if it has to do with someone else's body. I mean, the feminists are right. It's wrong for anyone to say you're allowed to do this and you're allowed to do that with your own body. It's different, and it's just not okay. Um, in closing, because this is already about 7 minutes long, I want to say that there are many, many complicated issues out there, and the complicated doesn't come from the actions of the person who is doing what's best for them. The complicated comes from other people wanting to insert their opinion in regards to other people's lives. And all I have to say about that is, you know, if it's not your business, stay out of it. If it's not your business, stay out of it. As something as personal as your body, it is it's my personal business. My body is my business. What I do with my body is my business, and it has nothing to do with anyone else's opinion. There are a lot of people. I mean, you can compare the abortion thing to me being a transsexual woman. A lot of people do not agree with my choices, but that does not mean that they should be able to pass a law preventing me from making these choices. Okay? And that's my point, and I'm going to end it like that. So, there's another video coming with me and Dana, probably around Friday. But yeah, I'm going to close this because it's already long. This is the trans signing off. Thanks for watching, and